AI spy games. That's what we're diving into today.
Yeah.
Like how hackers are using false memories to basically turn AI systems, things like ChatGPT, against us. It's
Yeah.
kind of freaky when you think about it.
It is a little unnerving. It really gets you when you think about how it works.
Yeah.
It all comes down to how AI learns and remembers.
It's like something straight out of a sci-fi thriller.
Right. Like planting false memories in a person's mind.
So they can access secrets later.
Exactly.
And they wouldn't even know. Ooh, that sends chills down my spine.
Yeah.
The article we're looking at today does a really good job of laying that out. It's called Spy Games in the Digital World. They use the spy analogy throughout, and it actually, even I could understand it.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, and it helped me understand something called the AI context window,
Mhm.
which sounds really technical, but they explained it really well. Expert speaker, can you break that down for our listener? What is that?
Well, you can kind of think of the context window
Mm-hmm.
like ChatGPT's short-term memory.
Mhm.
So you know how in a conversation, you remember what was said a few sentences ago?
Right.
That's kind of what the context window does for ChatGPT. It holds on to information from those recent interactions to keep the conversation flowing smoothly. Makes sense. The problem is that this window, it can be manipulated.
Wait, so hackers can actually trick the AI, make it think that something false is actually a genuine memory?
Yeah.
How?
It all boils down to something called tokens.
Token.
Tokens. Basically, every word, every punctuation mark, every little bit of language you use with ChatGPT is a token. That's how the AI processes the information.
Okay.
And what hackers have figured out is how to craft specific tokens that, when they're fed into ChatGPT, they create a false memory.
So they're basically speaking a secret language that only the AI understands.
Precisely. The article uses a great comparison. They compare it to a magician, right?
Okay.
And how a magician uses misdirection. So you're focused on all the flashy stuff, the presentation.
Magic wand and all that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, the real trick is happening kind of subtly behind the scenes.
While you're distracted.
Yeah.
That's a good analogy. So they're slipping something into your pocket while you're watching the wand.
Yeah, exactly.
But in this case, it's a false memory going into the AI's pocket.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then that planted object, that false memory, becomes a tool, essentially. The hackers can circle back later and they can use it like a key
Oh.
to unlock and steal other information that's stored in the AI.
Like a data heist.
Exactly. Think of it like it.
But instead of masks and crowbars, they're using these false memory tokens.
Exactly.
I like how the article put it. No alarms, no forced entry, just a silent, undetected data heist.
Precisely. And, this isn't just some theoretical threat.
Right.
It's happening right now. And one of the really concerning things about it is that it can impact anyone who uses AI. It's not just government agencies, top secret stuff. It's a new breed of cybercrime, essentially, that exploits how AI learns and remembers.
Right. So this isn't just for the folks who are dealing with top secret information. This is relevant to, everyone.
It is.
Because, think about it, all the things that we use AI for these days, just everyday tasks.
Yeah.
Like drafting emails,
Yeah.
scheduling appointments,
Chief.
even handling financial transactions sometimes.
Yeah, think about all the stuff we just trust AI to do these days.
And it's not even just the tasks themselves.
Right.
It's the information that we share.
Exactly.
Without even really thinking about it.
Without a second thought.
Our writing styles, our contact lists, our preferences.
Yeah, it's like AI is getting this glimpse into our digital DNA.
I know. It's kind of creepy when you put it that way.
Yeah.
And if these false memories can make AI spill the beans, that's...
Yeah, that's concerning.
Yeah, a little unsettling, to say the least.
Yeah.
The article mentions something called exfiltrating data, which sounds really serious.
It does.
Can you shed some light on that for us, expert speaker? What does that even mean, and how should our listener be thinking about it in their own lives?
Yeah, exfiltrating data, it sounds really complicated and technical, but it's actually really pretty straightforward.
Okay.
It basically just means stealing data quietly.
Oh.
So imagine a hacker, right?
Yeah.
Using a false memory to basically trick ChatGPT into handing over sensitive information
Okay.
without raising any red flags.
It's like leaving a secret back door open to all your data.
Exactly.
Okay, that's officially creeping me out now.
Yeah,
it's not just about, someone swiping your credit card number.
Yeah.
It's about them potentially being able to, piece together this whole picture of your habits, your connections.
There's vulnerabilities.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's really what makes this so different from traditional cyber attacks.
Yeah.
It's not just the raw data that they're after.
Right.
They're after the patterns,
Oh, yeah.
insights that make you unique.
So like what you do online.
Yeah, and what makes you
Huh.
think about how valuable that is for things like identity theft,
Right.
social engineering, or even like manipulating public opinion, things like that.
Yeah, it's almost like AI is becoming this double-edged sword.
In a way, yeah.
Like on the one hand, it's this amazing tool that can really simplify our lives, right? But on the other hand,
yeah,
it's presenting this whole new set of risks.
We're only starting to really understand.
Yeah, that we're only beginning to understand.
Yeah.
So what's being done about this? The article mentioned an escape plan, which is kind of a weird way to put it.
It's a little dramatic, but
Yeah.
it gets the point across.
Yeah, but it's basically,
A way to make AI more secure.
Right. So how do we escape this?
Well, think of it like an ongoing arms race
Okay.
between the developers who are building these AI systems
Right.
and the hackers that are trying to exploit them.
Right.
So as AI gets smarter,
Yeah.
so do the tactics that are used to try to
Outsmart it.
exploit it. Yeah, outsmart it. Exactly.
Wow.
One promising avenue is making AI systems more discerning.
Okay.
So instead of just blindly accepting information, right, we're trying to teach them to be skeptical,
Oh.
to double-check facts,
Yeah.
and to recognize suspicious patterns.
So we're training AI to think more like a detective.
Yeah, like a detective.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's really fascinating stuff.
How do you even begin to teach AI to be more skeptical?
So it involves a multi-pronged approach,
Yeah.
which basically just means we're coming at it from a bunch of different directions.
Okay.
One method is training AI to forget things faster.
Really?
Yeah, so that makes it harder for those false memories to take root.
Oh.
Another way is we're actually developing algorithms that can detect the malicious tokens
Oh, wow.
that hackers use to create those memories in the first place.
So it's like we're building a digital immune system.
Yeah, exactly. It's all about staying one step ahead.
It sounds like a monumental task, but it's reassuring to know that these developers
It's their work.
Yeah. It does feel like, we have skin in the game now, though. It does. It feels like, now we know these vulnerabilities are out there. It really changes how you think about AI.
It does. It does.
It's not just about what AI can do for us anymore. It's also how we protect ourselves from, the potential downside.
Absolutely.
I'm curious, though, is there a risk of going too far the other way, like making AI too skeptical?
That's a good question.
What if it starts distrusting everything?
Yeah.
Even legitimate information?
Right. Like a, what is it, the boy who cried wolf kind of thing.
Yes, but in reverse.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's a valid concern, right? Because if we're not careful, we could end up in a world where AI is just so busy flagging everything as potentially fake that it becomes, paralyzed. Like it can't function effectively.
Right.
So that's why I think transparency from the developers is going to be absolutely crucial going forward. We need to understand better.
We the users.
Yeah, we the users, exactly.
Yeah.
Need to understand how this stuff works. Its limitations, the potential for bias or manipulation.
So like a user manual for AI.
Yeah,
we get those with our phones and our appliances.
Exactly. Why
Oh,
play?
for something as powerful and potentially impactful as AI.
Exactly. And a big part of that, too, is fostering kind of a healthy level of skepticism, I think, in us.
In the users.
In the users,
Yeah.
exactly. It's about, teaching people to question the information that they're seeing online, especially if it's generated by AI or even filtered through AI.
So it's not just about the AI becoming smarter. It's about us becoming more AI savvy.
Yes. Yes, exactly. That's a great way to put it.
We need to be able to spot the signs of manipulation, recognize when something seems off, and be comfortable questioning the output of AI.
Yeah.
Even when it seems really convincing.
Especially when it seems convincing, right?
Right.
Because it can be very convincing.
Wow. This is a whole new world. Well, expert speaker, this deep dive into false memories and AI spy games has really given me a lot to think about. Thank you for guiding us through this. It's a complex topic.
It is.
And frankly, a little unnerving.
It can be, yeah. But knowledge is power.
That's true.
Especially in this, rapidly evolving world of technology, right?
Yeah.
So the more we understand about AI, the better equipped we'll be to navigate all of this, the possibilities and the pitfalls.
The good and the bad.
Exactly.
And on that note, we'll leave you with this. The digital landscape is constantly changing, right? So, what steps can you take to stay informed, stay skeptical, and stay ahead of the curve in this age of AI? Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and stay curious.